Have you ever thought you were so sure you were pregnant, but it just turns out to be your period? That is actually very, very common, especially in women that are trying to get pregnant. If you're new here, my name's Jordan, and I share mom life content, relatable videos, tips and tricks, and everything mom and toddler life. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience getting pregnant, from when I started trying to when I actually got pregnant. I'm going to be sharing my symptoms, how I had that feeling like, okay, maybe this is it, and the disappointment each month from not getting pregnant and everything in between. So I believe it took me about 5 months total to get pregnant. The very first month we started trying was April 2023. Obviously, did not get pregnant. I don't remember having any symptoms. I feel like for most women, it's pretty difficult to get pregnant within the first month. And honestly, we probably shouldn't have started trying then, because a month later in May, I needed surgery for my tonsils. I was getting bad tonsil stones stuck in there, and it made me feel really sick. It made me really tired. I have a whole other video on that and the surgery process and recovery. So if you want to check that out, if you're also having that issue, I will link that video down below. I remember reading somewhere after we started trying in April, after I realized I'm gonna need surgery for this, that you're not supposed to have surgery while you're pregnant. So we did end up taking a break from trying in May, and I had my tonsils removed, which thank God I did, because it's made my life 100 times better, trust me. I was not able to eat. It just made me miserable. It would have made my pregnancy miserable. So yeah, very glad I got those out when I did. So flash forward to June, we started trying again. So each month we were trying and I wasn't getting pregnant. I would think I would have symptoms of pregnancy, but they were probably just PMS symptoms, which this happens to a lot of women. We start getting really hungry like a week or two before our periods and peeing more, which could be from just drinking more water or hormones. We get really sleepy, angry, hormonal. That could also be connected to early pregnancy symptoms. So each month I was like, oh my God, am I pregnant? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. And then one month, I don't remember exactly which month, but I had like these leg cramps, and I read that you can get cramps in your legs when you're pregnant. So that was one of the months I was like, okay, maybe I'm a little pregnant. I was not. But yeah, I would have a lot of PMS symptoms every month, so each month I literally thought I was pregnant, but I wasn't, and it was pretty disappointing. I know a lot of women have struggled way longer to get pregnant and probably still are, and I'm very sorry. I truly hope you are able to conceive very soon if you're trying. It was very disappointing each month finding out I wasn't pregnant, because I really did want to be a mom. I've really wanted to have a baby. That's been my dream since forever. With each month, I was thinking to myself, like, am I infertile? Do I have fertility problems? Which, again, I know it didn't take that long compared to other people, but like when you don't know how long it's gonna take as it's going on, you start to wonder, like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna take years? Like, you just don't know. So there was that disappointment factor. With that being said, I'm gonna share some videos with you really quick each month of me taking pregnancy tests and finding out that they were negative.
I don't really see anything.
Definitely not a clear positive. Okay, those were the months that I was trying to conceive and did not conceive. So now that I've told you guys about the months leading up to me getting pregnant, let's talk about the month I actually got pregnant, my symptoms, my signs, and testing, all of that. So the month that I found out I was pregnant was October 2023. I did get some different symptoms. that were irregular to me for PMS, which I will put those right here. As you can see, I was peeing a lot. I was literally peeing, I think, multiple times an hour, which was really unusual for me. And that was my first, like, telltale sign. I was like, okay, I'm probably pregnant. I didn't have any implantation bleeding. If you don't know what that is, it's just like light pink spotting, or it can look different for everybody. Sometimes it can be brown, and it's different than your period. But I didn't have that with this pregnancy. The second very like, oh my gosh, this has to be it sign was I was at my aunt's house visiting, sitting on the couch, and I just out of nowhere got this like very sharp pain in my stomach, like the bottom of my stomach, for like 30 seconds to a whole minute. It lasted a long time. Like, I thought I was gonna have to go to the ER because I thought my appendix ruptured or something. I could barely move. I just sat there like it hurt. And I was like, wait, could that be implantation cramping? Or like, if you've heard about like you get tugs in your stomach, implantation feelings, I think that's what that was. And that was my second very big sign that I thought I was pregnant. Another symptom I had was acid reflux. I feel like I used to have this like in general, but I did get it as a pregnancy symptom, and it's very normal. But yeah, that one didn't like convince me really, but that was another one of my symptoms. I was also just getting regular cramps, not period cramps. Period cramps for me usually hurt really bad like the first day, and then I usually don't have cramps the rest of my period. But you can definitely tell the difference a lot of the time between implantation cramps and early pregnancy cramps versus you're about to start your period. So I just had them like on and off for maybe a week, a few days, and then that kind of led up to the implantation stabbing pain. Another symptom I had was I was getting bloated, and this is again another symptom I get when I'm about to start my period, so this one didn't really convince me either, but it is an early pregnancy symptom. I was getting very irritable, mad at like every little thing, which is normal again for me about to start my period, but I feel like it was more extreme and more just like out of nowhere, like crying over chicken nuggets, getting mad when I accidentally left my cookies in the oven too long, like super mad. Oh my gosh, I almost completely forgot to mention this one. So I was drinking iced coffee at home. I would get like the Starbucks pre-made iced coffees at the store, and I'd pour it in a cup with some creamer and milk. And I made that one day and I tasted it, and it was disgusting. I was like, what is this? I do not want to drink this. I smelt it, I almost puked. And I did not want to drink that coffee like ever again. But yeah, I believe those are all the symptoms I had when I got pregnant. Again, the very convincing ones were how much I was peeing and the stabbing pain. The day I found out I was pregnant though, I still thought it was going to be negative because every other time I tested it was negative like the months before. So I was just kind of like, well, I convinced myself every other month I was pregnant, so it's probably just going to be negative again. But it was not, thankfully. So now I'm going to show you guys the video of me finding out I was pregnant.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I feel like it was more of a shock than anything. I was just so happy. Becoming a mom is one of the most amazing things that has ever happened to me, and I really hope this video helps you out in any way. Maybe we shared some of the same symptoms. I'd like to know, what symptoms did you guys have when you were trying to get pregnant that ended up being PMS symptoms? Or what symptoms did you have the month you got pregnant? I also forgot to mention that just a few days after I found out I was pregnant, I went to a Halloween party, and while I was in the car on the way there, my foot got a cramp in it. Like, not a full-on cramp, but like it was trying to cramp. It was like that all night, and I think that was because of pregnancy as well. I would like to say, if you're actively trying to get pregnant and you have any symptoms at all, even if you usually get them before your period, make sure you still test, because you could be pregnant. You could have no symptoms at all and still be pregnant. So good luck to all the women out there trying to get pregnant, whether it's baby number 1, baby number 5, whatever it is. I hope you get your baby. With all that said, thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe and like this video if you like this type of content, and leave a comment below with what symptoms you had when you found out you were pregnant. Bye guys.